2022, my least favorite year of the decade. My laptop broke, I got COVID, and I might have gotten out of seasonal depression. But during this year, I have read a lot of fanfics. A lot of them. Some good, some bad, some plain up weird, so here are some fanfics I read this year. But first, we need to clear something up, because every time I start a large project, I almost always end up not completing it. I know what you're thinking. You're such a lazy dog, Angelo. Just do what you plan on doing. Well, Mon Eka Salvado, hear me out. My longest animation project using the style Battle for the Ultimate Panties Episode 1 took me 90 distinct frames to animate, and that is not even counting the intro. Just drawing those frames, even with the power of copy and paste, took me 8 or so days to do. And guess what? It's less than 10 minutes long. I have 3 more planned videos and 2 of them are more than 10 minutes long. That is why I plan on not going over the 10-minute mark, especially since I'm going on away on a cruise on Monday. Okay, let's go. The first one I want to talk about is My Everything by Kami Fujisaki. It's a Shugakara story about Tadase, who was forced to move to a small town and meets Nadeshiko, who is bullied by the entire community for being trans. I've only read 1 chapter, for what it's worth, it's so good. I made a fugue about it, the LGBT fugue, which you're listening to right now. I also plan on making a Rocket Shonen parody called A Joke of 68.7 Billion Melodies in One Song. Title work in progress. Another cool Shugakara fanfic is Secret Amu by Isleen. Basically, before she moved to Seiyu, Amu was a secret agent, working at Blue Moon Inc., run by her cousin Luna Angel, who is also a famous idol, with her friends Ike and Nozumi, Taguchi, and Emu Bruno. It's hard to explain, just read it for yourself. I wasn't just inspired to make Welcome to Crescent Academy, but an almost all soundtrack entirely based on the Goldberg variations. I haven't read the last chapter though. I'm planning to, I guess. Am I? Yeah, I keep not finishing stories. I tend to stay away from multi-chapter fics for that reason. But a nice 8-chapter fic is Guilty of My Ignorance by Centric. It's a Kukaya fic where Yai's parents died in the last year of elementary school. Hatsukoi Academy by Riri-kun. Amu's the principal of the school, and her goal is to create and add drama to Rimaiko, Tadeshiko, Yari, and Kotao with the help of her husband Ikuto. Yes, Nada and Nagi are different people. Unlock My Heart, My Queen. Originally written by Dreamer831, continued by Rebellion Death, and completely released by the RD again. It's a Rikto fic where Rima gains a new cat car. Another fic containing both Rima and Ikuto is the twin sisters Rima and Ima by Fujisaki Yuzuru. Basically, Rima, whose last name is Yamato now for some reason, has a twin sister named Ima. They find monsters summoned by someone named Karasu, discover their powers of wind, Ima, and earth, Rima, with the help of Chuchan, and find the other power holders, one of which is Ikuto, fire. It stops on the chapter that introduces him, but I really want to see where it goes. Hope, Dreams, and Deltarune by Dragon's Rule 18 is a Deltarune alien based on their earlier work Hope, Dreams, and Determination, where instead of Chris falling into the Dark World, it's Frisk. She also has a little sister named Tina who comes with her in book 2. I also got into the Bang Dream fandom around this year. A Real Girl by Shintori Kazumi is an AU where Sayo is a robot trying to learn what feelings and emotions are. There is also Best Kept Secret No More by the Alice Kidder Storm, where Aya is a vampire, some mistakes get made, that's the Rare Decay by Sugar Rosebud, where Nayuta Asahi meets again with Roga, who is her mother instead of her cousin according to my headcanon. And The Band Before Us by Katsuki the Paintbrush, which tells the story of Kokuru's older sister. The Band Before Us is also in Wattpad under the name Un6 Project, The Band Before Us. There are 2 other stories I want to mention on Wattpad. Gone in a Moment, Ever to Return, also by Yasuo, is a short story where Yukina becomes deaf. And After All by Air on Jan Halizard, where you, as a boy, go to bring the source to Koga and Yoga and fall in love with Karu. Yes, Karu is great in that story. I'm planning on making another song based on Gone in a Moment, Never to Return of the same name, and I'm also going to recycle 687 Oka for After All. Okay, but most Bang Dream fics are on AO3. As a deviant artist, I've hated AO3 with a burning passion, but now I'm moderately okay with it, so I still go on FFN from time to time. One AO3 fic I like is Shattering Turquoise by Saisho, where Sayo almost kills Hina and refugees at Yukina's house. Also, spoiler alert, Aya becomes Yandere, has the Megalo Strike Back version of Shuren dreaming in the background. There's also a hidden soft spot or 2 in Table 2, both by Fagor Fusion, which are Sikurui. Mask Mandate by Cryoforge, which features Maski, Tomoe, Karu, and Ray in the group chat, and Romeo by Ankle Binding Tide of Revolution, based on Hello Happy World's cover of the Vocaloid with the same name. But instead of the princes being in love with the common princess, they were in love with each other. Oh yeah, there is also Crashlang by Windspat Wanderer, a fic about personified constructed languages called Prolangs. I am personally involved with this webcomic series and even have something to do with myself. Basically, the Bronies crashed Earth, a language Nora sound party us with Togepo searching for him, Ellie befriends a human sugar under the name of Lindsay, and Newspeak takes control of a city. If you don't know what I'm saying, it's okay, Bronies, the greater Klongland community is pretty niche. Now here, the bad fics full of death and angst. Back on FFN, there's Project Living Corpse, a Sugar Car fanfic by Reihime. It begins with this girl, her in the eyes of friends, her killing himself, and then being revived in this living corpse who wishes for revenge on their friends. So, who is this girl? It's Amu. Okay, but you know who's worse than Corpse Amu? Broken Mashiro and Broken Kokoro. In Hello Empty World by IRL Mashiro Kurata. Mashiro has a nightmare where she gets tormented by everyone she knows and loves, and reached her breaking point and wishes to break everyone else, starting with Hello Happy World. The completely unrelated Wattpad fic Kokoro Betrayal by Raindrops has Kokoro not be the spoiled brat with a golden heart we all know and love. Kokoro drops the rest of Hello Happy World and the fun begins. Both only have a single chapter written, but there's also the one-shot Heartless by C. Cartolis where Yuan goes yandere for Tomoe. I once read a fanfic where Kokoro uses Misaki's blood to summon a monster, but it seemed to be deleted. I can't find it. I draw the picture based on it though. Helper Himari is a Twitter fic where the 25 original Bang Dream girls are forced in a psychotic killing game where each girl must do a deadly challenge, and if they refuse, fail, or try to escape, they die. Enough said. Fanfics don't have to be straight up written fics. There's just Lucia was a Yandere, a text-to-speech voice gacha club animation by Sumire Saitozaki. There's also Tokyo Mew Mew in a Nutshell by Hige Yagami and Pidgey Pidgey Princess by Umi Melody Productions. And that was the transition from bad to weird. One of my favorite weird fics is Odd is the New Instinct by Blue Pixie Kimiko. Nadeshiko, with her friends, goes to a concert by Rito Mashiro. Rito falls in love with Nadeshiko and asks her to go on a date with him, forcing Nada to break up with Tadase. If the name Rito sounds familiar, then it's because Rito is actually a cross-dressing Rima. Also, Rito is gay. The weirdest inspired me to make this song with the same name, with 5/4 and enigmatic scale. The fanfic that made me write an even weirder song from a musical perspective is Rainbow Bridge by Nadenagi, a cliche-filled story where Nagiko gets possessed by Nadeshiko, who is a Pegasus. I think it has the best hook I've ever seen in a fanfic. Nagiko Fujisaki stared out of the window bored. He watched as cat climbed trees, daytime stars glittered, and guild raccoons disappeared into the waves. It's just so absurd, and there are raccoons that appeal to me as a Togeponist.
The joke is that the Tokipona word for raccoon, Kia Takalu, is a meme in the Tokipona community for its absurd length.
The resulting song has a 5/4 polyrhythm, a swing drum beat with a straight everything else, a short break in 6/5, the lick, and Pachibou's chord progression. A Sugar Car fanfic somehow made me make a Conlang theme song. Confessions by Mikan Citrus Fruits is a story where, well, let's just read the summary. A spatula, a vase, a Yaoi Zeskara, David Bowie, and Tadase's real gender. What do all of these have in common? Read on and find out. This made me make Raintoon Bop Gill. Don't ask. The Sugar Car fanfics I read aren't just limited to fanfiction.net. On DeviantArt, there's Gaia's Day In by Lil Dinopop. It's Abdul. On Owlsbury, there's this Tadase x Kairi fic named The Samurai and a King by Kiseki Kursu. Okay, but back to Banjo. Hear this? This is something I call Determination Theme Tonic. Roselia's Determination Symphony, but the lot notes are E, the tonic of the song. What did I do this for? Misadventures of Futa Sayo by Epion, where Sayo, after Hina gives her weird medicine, well, becomes Futa. Speaking of girl dick, there's also Coffee for Four by Carmilla Bunny featuring the Girl D Club, a club consisting of Mocha, Tomoe, Misaki, and Maya, and sometimes Sayo. Two more Bang Dream NSFW fics are Girls Hypnosis Party by Somamu and Neo Fantasies by Metallicity. In Girls Hypnosis Party, Roka finds Hypnoglass. It contains images, so not even I want to read it. I read one chapter, removed the pictures, and never touched it again. Neo Fantasies is much more SFW, and it features Aku finding a 471 chapter smart fic Rico wrote and posted on an NFO forum, which involves Rinko's and Aku's avatars, and also the rest of the Roselia. There is one more fic I want to read, and the reason I made you know what Zayfusuke say. It's a normal compilation of all but 9 of the Bang Dream girls and 4 of the My Go girls, written by Pit Sandler. I'm sorry. There are a lot more fanfics I've read this year, but I obviously don't have time to put all of them in this video. Links are in the description if you want to read any of them, and she's out.